All right, welcome back to Cabell Midland High School in Ono, West Virginia. We are getting set for the AAA races. We already have the AA races under our belt. We have great weather here in Ono. It's actually picture perfect right now. Temperature about 56 degrees and sunny. And we're going to take a look at the regional results here in just a second. But, Coach, some initial thoughts about the race coming up. I should say that this is Adam Zundel joined by Coach Jim Mahan. Coach, what are your thoughts looking at this AAA race starting with the girls coming up?
Yeah, obviously Samantha Shreve is the prohibitive favorite, but there are two or three there at the top that really can make a difference. And since it's such a team, we talked about stressing the team aspect of this. It's going to be a really tight team race. So you got Buchanan Upshur. You have, of course, they're not in the team standings, of course, right. But you have Hurricane and University, and you have those other teams that are going to be there pushing forward as well. It
should be an exciting race. We saw a great individual race in AA for the girls' side. Should be a good team race in the girls for the AAA. Let's go ahead and take a look at how things shook out in the regional races. Let's start with looking at Region 1, and that is Samantha Shreve. We're going to be talking about her a lot today. She was the champion from AAA. That race was held at University High School. The Hawks were able to win that championship. They scored 44 points, besting Morgantown and Preston, but Morgantown Preston do get to advance. So a really talented region there from AAA girls. You see Abigail Rogers will be in the mix as well. Brenna Tipton from Wheeling Park, just a freshman, able to punch her ticket. Should mention also Zoe Zervos, an individual qualifier from John Marshall. Now let's take a look at Region 2. This one was hosted by Musselman. Hannah Phillips, the senior from Jefferson, able to take the championship there. Should mention also Kayla Nelson from Martinsburg. You see they're finishing sixth. She is an individual qualifier. Jefferson qualified as a team, just edging out Washington. That was 52-54 on the team standing. Musselman got the third spot for the team qualifier. Now on to region number 3. Nina McClintock was your champion there. She had an 18:47 to win that by almost a minute. A really impressive performance for the sophomore. Ava Matthias, she was second. She is an individual qualifier for George Washington. Greenbrier East won that region with just 23 points. Woodrow Wilson was next with 72. St. Albans making it back to the state championship with 87 points to qualify as a team. Now moving on to Region 4, Ella Harden from Hurricane was the champion there. She won by 30 seconds over Savannah Pritt from Cabell Midland. Cabell Midland, though, was able to take the team championship with just 28 points, beating Parkersburg and Hurricane, but those teams advancing. So that's a look at the way that the regionals shook out, and now we're going to take a look at the top 10 ranked runners in AAA. Coach, what are your thoughts on this list right here?
You talked about this earlier, Adam. Samantha Shreve being the top seed, but you pull that top popsicle stick off because her team's not qualified, but she is as an individual, which should not dull her performance today. But you've got a lot of people there from a lot of different regions, and that's what's interesting. I know they ran against each other a lot, but for the most part, they kind of stay in their area and compete. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of race strategy these coaches come up with.
Yeah, Abby Rogers was runner-up in this meet last year. Ella Harden was fourth. You see Marae Johnson from Morgantown High School. She was fifth last year, so you've seen a lot of returners there. Claire Von Bodeter from University, she was ninth last year. She is ranked ninth coming into this meet, so it should be an exciting one. We should mention Samantha Shreve missed this meet last year. She had been injured, was off to a great season, a lot of expectations for her. Was injured, wasn't able to make the meet. Looking for an opportunity for a state championship. We're going to step away here for just a few moments. We will be then back with the start and the race of the AAA girls. You're watching the 2024 Wvssac Cross Country Championships.
When the opportunity arose for me to pilot our new open heart surgery program at WVU Medicine Thomas Hospitals, I welcomed the chance to bring world-class heart and vascular care to our region. Along with my role as the new cardiothoracic surgeon, our heart and vascular team includes an experienced group of cardiologists and vascular surgeons who are part of the WVU Heart and Vascular Institute. We're here, and we're bringing superior health care to Southern West Virginia and beyond. Visit thomashospitals.org to learn more. When the opportunity arose for me to pilot our new open heart surgery program at WVU Medicine Thomas Hospitals, I welcomed the chance to bring world-class heart and vascular care to our region. Along with my role as the new cardiothoracic surgeon, our heart and vascular team includes an experienced group of cardiologists and vascular surgeons who are part of the WVU Heart and Vascular Institute. We're here, and we're bringing superior health care to Southern West Virginia and beyond. Visit thomashospitals.org to learn more.
Welcome back to Cabell Midland High School for the AAA girls, just about to get underway. But you talked about how tight this team race might shape up to be. You've been in these kinds of meets. What is your message to the participants right before they go out, as you're trying to do your best, but you're also trying to keep track of all of those other jerseys out there?
Yeah, you gotta. The important thing, Adam, you got to remember is find those other colored jerseys that you know you run against. We're talking about University, Cabell Midland, Morgantown are basically the top three. So, you're looking for a blue jersey, you're looking for a red jersey if you're University. And then, University, I believe, is red too. So yeah, there'll be some color coordination there. But the point being, you got to find those girls, and you find that group that you're wanting to be in, that you're going to want to pass when it comes time to pass them, wherever that might be. Feel like you can finish the race ahead of those people. So kind of really important to stay and keep those people in contact with you as you're going throughout the race. And we discussed this a little bit a few minutes ago. It was a little bit chilly this morning, not too bad, not terrible, wasn't frosting or anything. Perfect course conditions, absolutely no wind, of course no rain, sunny, 56, 57 degrees. It is the perfect time to start a race.
Just like you drew it up, right? You brought the weather as we see the runners just getting to the line here. Of course, have to mention the dominance that the Morgantown Mohegans have had in this meet. Winners of several consecutive championships. So you have classes of girls who have gone through high school and never lost a state cross-country championship.
Pretty amazing.
It is an amazing program there Coach Mike Ryan has built.
In total, Adam, we have, I believe, over 100, I think 125 bibbed numbers to try to decipher as we finish.
That's your job, buddy.
Yes, we've try to get this thing started. Kind of a cluster here at the beginning.
Hey, Butch, that camera's working now on the back of your car. I know.
Just a little bit of a separation of the top three from the next probably dozen or so.
Yeah, and we saw, kind of going back to the AA race, we saw a tale of two different strategies, right? And again, with Mason Fletcher and Alyssa Sorrow on the girls' side, kind of just going toe-to-toe. And then the dramatic start in the AA boys race with Hughes going out really quickly for Frankfurt, then being reeled in slowly by Trevor George. And you see here, you're going to see the listed athletes for each team participating here. And again, you can only have 7 toe the line here today, but you are allowed to have 10 on your roster.
Then they run the 7, of course, and we talked about this previously, Adam, that the 6 and 7 runners will run defensively because they're trying to out maneuver some other people as well. And there's a little bit of separation at the top. 2 off the third, but the 2 that's running appear to be teammates.
A couple of white jerseys there. We're going to have a lot of
Yeah.
similar colors. It's hard to decipher here from the drone, but we would expect Buchanan Upshur to be in a blue jersey. So we would expect that blue jersey to belong to Samantha Shreve. But we'll get a good look at the mile mark. But before that, Coach, they got to navigate this little dip here, and then they go onto the practice field and then up a hill. What do you think about this first part of the race? What are you trying to do if you're trying to go out and try to capture a state championship?
If you're going to be one of the top calibers, you're probably not going to gain a lot of ground on that hill. You just want to maintain the position that you have. There's hill runners, there's those grinder runners that like to grind it out, but they don't really have the kind of speed to close it out at the end of a race. So you can't really win the race on a hill like this because it's the only hill that there really is in the race. However, when we talked about the speed of the course and how fast it is anyway, just don't lose too much ground. You're not really going to gain a lot. Don't expend a lot of your energy, and don't lose contact with who you're wanting to run with.
Yeah, I see the University Hawks there without one of their top runners, Adeline Tagger, who was third in this meet last year. She is out with injury. So that definitely plays into and affects the team race here today. But University was able to win the regional competition. But it's a different ball game. Coach, tell me a little bit about the different numbers. You go from perhaps a smaller regional to a bigger meet like that. How can that affect the way that the team scores shake out with a little bit of a larger meet?
Yeah, when you have a larger meet, you have those individuals, of course, you have to pull out. But what sometimes they don't see is, those 3, 4, and 5 runners that come in there that, they're not really I don't want to say top tier, but they're not the kind of people getting noticed. But they're the ones that can make a huge difference when you start divvying out the individuals, and the next thing you know, you're like, gee, we were this close to being second, or we were this close to being third, or runner-up, or whatever. When you consider statewide all of the runners that there are here, and these are all of the best AAA girl runners in the state, and, that massive amount of people that you see at a starting line, you don't normally see that in other places.
Well, there she is. Samantha Shreve, as expected, is the leader.
And Ella Harden right behind her.
Yeah, that's a Cabell Midland jersey. That is also Savannah Pritt from Cabell Midland. There's Abigail Rogers in jersey bib number 3.
And the spectators are not helping us a little bit trying to.
Morgan Metz from Parkersburg was in that mix as well. That's Claire Von Bodecher from University wearing that number 9. You saw her go past a slew of Cabell Midland runners right there, though.
Cabell Midland, again, we mentioned before, them and University of Morgantown are probably the top 3 that we should be focusing on in terms of team performance. So that's what we'd be looking for clusters as we go throughout this race.
We showed you the team rosters. Here are the individual qualifiers. Michaela DeMoss and Ashley McBray are making their first appearance at state championships. Samantha Shreve, obviously the automatic qualifier.
Yeah, pretty good shot of our drone here with the sun casting the shadow of the runner in the background. It just looks like that's a beautiful picture to look at.
Yeah. Savannah Pritt looked early on like she was going to give it a go there. She's in number 5. That is her. But being chased by Abby Rogers from University. And there's another look at the top 10. You see Brenna Tipton from Wheeling Park, just a freshman. That's Mairead Johnson from Morgantown High to be their top runner.
Might be Laurel Johnson there. I'm sorry, Sadie Yates maybe, perhaps from Musselman in the green. Not sure about that. Couldn't catch the bib number. They are green. Musselman is, so. Adam, we talked earlier to Trevor George, and he's talking about he came out of that mile time at 5:28, and he knew he was running slow, and he said, I really got to pick it up. So,
boy, did he.
Really
boy, did he.
You know, he went from, hey, I better go reel him in. But, they do look at times to know that, whether, are they on pace or are they not on pace. But at the same time, there's the race within the race trying to figure out, what group do I want to stay with? I mean, can I stay with this group of 4 or 5 guys that are right near me, or am I going to fall off? Right now you see there's been a little bit of a separation there at the top with Samantha Shreve.
Yeah, it's so much by feel when you start out. You're trying to you talked about it earlier, getting out. You don't want to get caught in some traffic, and then you're just trying to run your race, and all of a sudden you see the actual marker, the mile split, and you go, okay, maybe I didn't feel exactly the way I'm running, or I need to pick it up. And tell me about this second mile here, though, as we've seen some of the turns. That first mile includes that uphill, but it also includes the adrenaline from the start. What do runners need to do here in this second mile to create a little bit of separation, perhaps make a move?
Yeah, this is the place where I think you make the move, because it incorporates the downhill piece, which is really, part of that, not expending the energy. But then when you look at it, this is where it starts to get mental, because everybody is so pumped up when they come off of the starting line, and then they get into the rhythm of how they run and such. But when you get into that second mile, that's when it starts to burn a little bit. You're starting to expend a little bit more energy, and then you realize that, hey, I got this much left in me, and this is what I think I'm able to do.
That gap has opened there for Samantha Shreve. And again, an interesting part of this race is you can kind of take an inventory of where people are. There aren't a lot of woods where you can go and hide out there. So yeah, you can see what's in front of you.
Yeah, you can see what's in front of you, and you can kind of, like you said, sneak a peek and see what kind of distance you got. The only other there are other places you can do that, certainly on the track, when you're finishing up, but you're running out of real estate then. But, here she's opened up what looks like probably a 60,
should be
70, 80 meter lead, something like that.
Should be a good race for second there, too, as we saw Pritt and Abby Rogers. And this is a lonely part of the course. A great spectator course in a lot of different ways, but this is the part, and you see a few fans straggling out there. Good on them to get out there, but you really have to push yourself, because you're not having all of those people yell at you and try to boost you and get you going.
Yeah, it is a lonely part of the course. I mean, obviously, 5K, 3.1, it's tough to cover the whole thing, but,
right.
Hats off to those folks that are out there trying to cheer them on, in one of the more desolate areas of the course. But, nonetheless, what a perfect course to run in. And, boy, is Samantha Shreve running strong right now. She is just picking them up and just putting them down. Wow.
You see her just looking like she is accelerating. She's been the #1 ranked runner all season. She was a 2-time Big Ten Conference champion. She won the regional. She was considered second team at All-State as a freshman and first team All-State as a sophomore. As we mentioned, missed last year, but she is back with a vengeance, looking for that state championship. And again, the race from the team standpoint is going to be behind her. She does not have a team. She's
right.
An individual qualifier. So when we're talking about University, Cabell Midland, Morgantown, I mean, what kind of effort is it going to take to dethrone the Mohegans, who have been, atop that podium for so many years?
Yeah, that's a tough call, because, as winning breeds winning. And when teams are there and they've won in the past, that next class or next group coming up doesn't want to be the one that like, oh man, you guys broke our string for us, thanks a lot, so there is that team peer pressure on them to get out there and perform and do their best, for sure.
Yeah, don't wreck the Ferrari. Right?
Yeah,
that's what they say. And a good look at Samantha Shreve there.
Yeah, she got every bit of a 10 or 12 second lead.
Yeah, Savannah Pritt, we saw in the distance, still holding that second spot for Cabell Midland. This is obviously her home course, so all of those twists and turns she should know like the back of her hand.
Yeah, she's ran this course enough times in her career. She's only a junior. She's got another year, but, she's not completely out of striking distance, Adam. I still think she's got an opportunity there for Pritt to make a move if she wants to, but she's going to have to think about doing it sooner rather than later.
And that's Abby Rogers in that number 3. And then we're going to see Zoe Zervos from John Marshall. She's also an individual qualifier. Sadie Yates. And then
a couple of sophomores there you just mentioned. That's, a couple. And then there comes
there's
Ella Hardin.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we saw 79 Morgan Metz from Parkersburg.
And 59, which is
Murray Johnson.
Murray Johnson. She was right in there with him as well.
Yeah, I think Murray just fell out of the top 10 in terms of rankings. But she is described by our friends at Run WV as a big-time runner. She shows up, and so she is having a strong outing here today. There's Claire Von Botiger, followed by Caroline Ballard from University High School. And here's some of those Morgantown jerseys making their way through here. A good look here at what's happening behind the leaders.
Yeah, Sophie Schneider right there. You see number 62. They're going to have to be clustered together. We talked about this earlier, Adam. They got to cluster together if they want to try to get that team championship and kind of retain it, like you were talking about earlier.
Well, still a lot of race left, but you have to. It's got to be now, right? As you get to that second mile mark. You've got to make your move. You're running out of real estate, as you've indicated a few times. Tell us about this part of the course here in this last mile. You see the course map here. It does overlap a little bit with the start here once they get to the bottom part of this turn.
Yeah, when you come down and you come around this turn here, here's where you got to go on that downhill piece, and you can really kind of open it up a little bit. You see how her stride gets down. She's a little bit cautious, because what you don't want to do is overstride, excuse me, and fall, and then you busted your knee, and now you got to finish the race somewhat injured, and you kind of got to be a little bit cautious as you're going down there. But you can really make up. This is a place you can really make up some time. You get down into that little swell, and then you flatten it out, and then now the rest of your race is basically just a flat course race.
Yeah, this is the part where you can really start to find your rhythm and make a push. You're in that last mile, a couple of patches of some concrete here. Just a beautiful course here at Cabell Midland. Super well maintained. Coach Parsons it just takes so much pride in it. And that's just a little dip there as she goes to cross the road.
There they get to see a good look of the ones going in and the others coming out, and kind of see where they are and who they need to be around. She should be closing in on about the 900-meter mark left. I'm kind of guessing based upon her times.
Yeah, just I always like to equate that to the track distances just because it's a little bit easier. So 900 is just two laps, just more. Sometimes easier to digest, even when you're running. Say, hey, listen, it's just an 800, just two. It's easier for us to say just a 800, right? Yeah, just an 800, no big deal.
So you got 2 big laps. That's all. No big deal there. Yeah, she should be here in a couple minutes. We should have good view of her on the track.
A really strong performance here from Samantha Shreve from Buchanan. We'll see how things shake out behind her. Again, Samantha Shreve is an individual qualifier, so really the first person behind her from a team will have the 1 point.
Exactly. Yeah, and it doesn't, like for her, she's running for herself, which is fine, and that's, great. She's going to be an individual state champion. From what we see here,
right?
I mean, barring something completely unforeseen happening, she's got quite a bit of difference between her and Savannah Pritt from Cabell Midland, and I believe Samantha's still hanging on to second.
See, Shreve still holding on to that lead. We'll see how things are shaking out behind her, but
we can get just a small glimpse of her going behind that scoreboard.
Yep.
We can kind of see her from the press box over here. And
I tell you what,
got a really tight 2-3 coming up.
Yeah, Abby Rogers looks like she's making up a little bit of ground on Pritt, but still a ways to go to make that one up.
Well, that'd be hugely important because they're in the mix for the team championship.
What do you say? Every point counts.
Absolutely.
Right? Samantha Shreve now just getting oh so close to that state championship, trying to close this one out.
Coming behind the visitor side bleacher is the lead four-wheeler. Brings her into the stadium.
A lot of adrenaline and excitement. Once you get to this track, the stands are full. And there she is, making her way to the track. It's Samantha Shreve, just 300 to go.
And here she is, the senior from Buchanan Upshur, Samantha Shreve.
Tightened up, and it does
on
look
the
like
track.
Rogers has just gotten in front of
Opened up a commanding lead over second place. Looks like Abigail Rogers and Savannah Pritt.
Samantha Shreve, though, making the final turn.
Yeah, looking really strong, Adam, as she's coming out of the curve.
Abby Rogers is closing strong, opening up a little bit of distance from Savannah Pritt, who has run an excellent race here today. But here she comes.
And here she comes, Samantha Shreve
She's
from
got the
Buchanan
number one
Upshur High
bid
School.
on. She breaks a
She's gonna be
smile.
your
She is going to break the tape
state champion
as your state champion.
Samantha Shreve.
About 18:27:28, Adam, for her. Abigail Rogers coming in strong second. She will be the first place for the team at about 18:41.
That looks like a Jefferson runner, number 50, coming through. That's Hannah Phillips. Great run from her. And then 79 from Parkersburg. That is Morgan Metz coming
Morgan
along.
Metz of Parkersburg.
And then Brenna Tipton,
Brenna
freshman.
Tipton.
How about that performance?
Zoe Zervos.
Zoe Zervos,
Sadie Yates.
champion a few years ago. She's going to come in.
Of Musselman.
Sadie Yates from Musselman, just a sophomore.
Allie Simmons.
Now here we go. They are flying through here. That is Hallie Simmons making her way from Preston. All just at the line.
Yep, that could make a difference.
Murray Johnson also from Morgantown. She got in. Here comes another university runner through the line.
Sophia Schneider of
I've
Morgantown.
seen a few more red jerseys come in if you're looking for a university.
Claire Van Bonnecher.
With another runner through the line.
Ava Matthias of George Washington.
Sophia Schneider. The
Well,
Hawks.
Adam, I'd say it's pretty tight. I think it's going to be pretty tight.
Yeah, and Morgantown, I believe that is University's 5th runner in, so that's 5 for University. You got to keep an eye on Cabell Midland with a runner coming in right through now. Preston, Morgantown. It's going to be tight here.
We still have runners coming on the track. As we said, we have
Angelos.
AAA girls, about 125 of them.
And Katie Rutherford of Parkersburg.
We've talked this morning about the level.
Abigail Snyder of Hedgesville High School.
And track and field is in this state, and at the AAA level.
Kayla Nelson of Martinsburg.
These athletes are just tremendous athletes, and what an accomplishment it is. To
Hannah
do.
Liston of Preston.
This is not easy to do, and you're going against some of the very.
Lexi McKinney of Parkersburg South.
There's the guy with
You
the
just don't
second
get a
throw.
rollout in August.
He just picked it
Sally
up.
Hines of
Cross
Parkersburg.
country and break
You're
16.
right.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Marie Winans of
What kind of
Parkersburg.
talent you have to invest the time in the training, also in the weight room, and also
Kayla Taylor of
all
Winfield.
these components.
Claire
are part
Johnson of
as well as the
Huntington.
mental aspect. you could have all the talent in the world, but
Maddie
you come
Lilly
out
of
there,
Greenbrier
you're gonna run
East.
against kids that have run all year long and have run in the off season.
Jay Dempsey of Hurricane.
Competitive out-of-state meets to try to
Ava Templeton of St. Albans.
about the running aspect of it and all that it takes to
Jillian
be a
Stiles.
champion. And you're seeing some of that kind of come to fruition here at the state meet.
See the runners finishing up here. We're at the 22-minute mark, so there'll still be some more to come.
Faye Fogelsong from Jefferson. Clara Swank.
This one, if we look at some of the top 10
Claire Burkhardt.
predictions, this one is a little bit
Ashley
unpredictable
McBrayer.
in some spots.
Even more so than we thought.
Delilah
no
Holland.
surprises there, but no surprise about Samantha Free being
Left to
number one. We
5-all.
kind of knew that going in, and she established herself and had that smile on her face as she was coming down the straight stretch and put the arms out.
Emma Johnson.
That's what it's all about in high school competition. That the sweet smell of victory, and she was able to get it going across the finish line.
Yeah, the first race of the day really did come down to the wire. There wasn't a lot of time to celebrate, but that second race with Trevor George, just with about 20 meters left, able to kind of smile and relax. And we saw the same thing from Samantha Shreve. We talked about it, her missing last year with injury. So this being ranked number one all season, the target had been on her back. So that final moment where you know that you have it, she just could not contain herself and showed that excitement getting through the line to win that state championship.
Yeah, the idea that, senior with the target on her back and coming off that injury and everybody kind of looking at her like she's really got to do it, that pressure on a high school kid, that's kind of tough. And then she was able to respond positively today, and, wow, just hats off to her and, for a great run. And, all of the competitors that are out here. I mean, these girls are out, and once they get on that track, they know they only got a few meters left. It's a very grueling. Nobody's helping you. You don't really have a teammate. It's an individual sport, but then it's a team sport. We've said this before many times that nobody's assisting you running. You're doing it all on your own, and you're completing.
Ava Thomas of Woodrow Wilson.
Even that, there's that level of satisfaction as well.
So those team storylines here.
Leila Smith of Oak Hill.
Championship that has eluded that program, but runner-up so many times over the last. They were runner-up in 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So trying to break through and get that.
See that red triangle?
State championship.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
And Sam Albans.
Bridesmaid, never the bride. We don't know. It seemed it was really difficult to tell.
Yeah, especially we did have so many individual qualifiers too that affect the math when it comes to it.
I don't have one.
I mean, we talked about that little freshman, Brenna Tipton, that came in. She's her team's a non-qualifier from Wheeling Park. She could play into the mix about how these top 2 or 3 teams are going to pan out. It's really hard to tell at this point.
All right.
Well, it's only like $300.
Last finishers coming through here.
Oh, yeah.
Hell, I can't even hold the damn run here.
We are going to go ahead and step aside for just a few moments. When we come back, we will be talking with your champion, Samantha Shreve.
That's why they got me.
You are watching the 2024 Wvssac Cross Country Championships.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in West Virginia, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
No matter what it is you need, you'll find it at your local Par-Mar store. From gas to grocery, snacks, and everything else you always seem to run out of, Par-Mar stores has it. Need more savings? Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. You won't only see our stores in your neighborhoods, you'll see us in your neighborhoods too. We are proud to be in your town and proud to be a part of the community. Come see us at Par-Mar stores, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
I was so excited when I heard this sandwich was back. I was like, Cloud 9. 2 words, Cloud 9. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich
is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken, and it's got pickled jalapenos, and it's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet. But either way,
you're getting a winner.
Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Farmers and Mechanics Insurance knows West Virginia, and we understand how much all of our high school teams and athletes mean to the communities that we have served for more than 100 years. That's why we're proud of our partnership with the West Virginia SSAC. Their commitment to teach and promote sportsmanship and citizenship is the key to future success. Protecting what matters most to you. Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, a proud partner of the West Virginia SSAC.
The best thing about West Virginia is West Virginia.
It's family, faith, and integrity.
It's a strong work ethic.
Everyone knows their neighbors.
I think we feel closer to nature and we feel closer to each other.
You can achieve anything here.
To be a West Virginian is to be hopeful. We live in a state that has boundless opportunities, and with boundless opportunities come hope.
Hope Gas is lighting the way forward for West Virginia. Learn more at wvsforhope.com.
Wouldn't it be nice to start your day with a homemade breakfast and a freshly ground whole bean roasted cup of coffee? Well, at Tudor's Biscuit World, every day starts with freshly cracked eggs, sizzling bacon and sausage, and you can't forget the mouth-watering made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits, hot from the oven. Whether it's our famous sausage gravy or your favorite breakfast sandwich, morning always tastes better at Tudor's. Looks great, tastes better. Tudor's Biscuit World.
Welcome back to Cabell Midland High School. Adam Zundel joined by Coach Jim Mahan for this finish line interview sponsored by Geno's and Tudors. We're with Samantha Shreve, the AAA champion. Samantha, as you're coming down that line, you have that smile, that feeling of relief. What was it like to cross that line?
It was worth it. It was like you work so hard for something, and then it hits you at that moment because you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm doing it. I won it. I'm like, wow.
You know, we were watching you through the drone and then through the first mile, just kind of churning up that hill, and then it seems like you got in your rhythm. Did you feel like you were getting stronger as the race went? Because you sure looked like you were really opening up your stride a little bit.
Yeah, it really helped that one of the girls, like, somewhere after the mile mark, she, like, tried to pass me, and then I just went for it, and I was like, dude, I'm so strong right now. Like, I'm so confident right now, and it just helped me knowing that I was just right there with the buggy the whole time, and I was like, oh, my gosh.
Well, let's see. What's this note on your hand here?
It says you are healthy. So last year I went through an injury, which it's my soleus on my right leg. And
that's all right. That's all right.
And so it's just a reminder that I'm no longer like that. I no longer have to go through what I just went through last year at regionals. I was ranked number 2nd, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm healthy now, and like I don't have to feel that feeling anymore.
So it's a different kind of pressure coming in. You've got that number 1 on your bib. What was it like handling that coming into today's race?
I honestly, I stressed about it last night, so this morning I was like, I'm relaxed. After watching Alyssa Sarah and Mason Fletcher battle it out last race, I was like, I lost all my nerves, and I was like, dude, if they can do it, I can do it. Because I raced against them at the Autumn Classic and Chick-fil-A race, and I was right there with them almost. And just knowing that they can do it, I can do it too.
Yep.
Yeah, you really rose to the pressure here, you know, after, you know, some having that injury a little bit last year. But, you know, we noticed that smile when you're coming down through there. What a satisfaction it is for you. Even though your team wasn't able to make it, you were still able to rise to the occasion, just put the rest of the runners down. That was, I'm sure, quite satisfying.
Yeah.
Did you have a particular race plan today, or was it just try to get out in front and just run away from folks?
Honestly, I don't really go with race plans. I just tell myself, just go run. It's just another race. It's another run. You're going to enjoy it. Enjoy the moment.
Well, it seemed to work well for you.
Do you look at times when you go through the first mile and the second mile to kind of feel for how strong you feel like? Because you said you got a girl come up on you and you just took off, and then you felt in your mind, I have it. So were you looking at times, or you just going on feel?
I was kind of looking at times. I knew from the Mason Fletchers and Wvssac of what times I kind of want to be at whenever I hit certain miles. I think after the first mile I looked at the time, but after the second mile I was kind of like, you know what, I'm going for it.
There you go.
What are your postseason plans here now that you've gotten this title out of the way?
I'm going to go to Foot Locker in Cary, North Carolina, and then every year that I've done for the past 3 or 2 years, I do a race in Running Lane in Alabama, Huntsville.
Yep.
It's called Garmin.
Yep, the Garmin Running Lane Championship. Well, good luck to you in that. Congratulations on today. We've got Samantha Shreve.
Does she have her celebratory?
Do you have your move? Have you thought out your top 10 move when you get to the?
No. I was thinking about doing a cartwheel.
Hey.
Well, we'll get some footage of that. We'll run it at the highlights of the boys race, and so make sure you nail it, okay?
Thank you.
All right, there's your champion, Samantha Shreve from Buchanan Upshur. We'll be back in just a few moments with hopefully some individual results complete and the team results.
Good job.
Good job.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. Today's culinary warriors have been challenged to concoct the ultimate snack masterpiece, using only the finest weapons in our arsenal, snacks and deli delights. Rosemary wields the ancient spears of Laffy Taffy, and Silas counters with the arrow of Slim Jim. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Join us next time for more delicious duels on the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. Till then, keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Ready? It doesn't matter if you're playing hard or working hard. Your workout only works out if you recover right.
Recover.
Chocolate milk helps you recover for what comes next. It's delicious and contains the right mix of protein and carbs to help refuel exhausted muscles.
Ready? Recover. Repeat.
Chocolate Milk, the official beverage of high school sports, is brought to you by the American Dairy Association Mideast.
For over 4 decades, the health plan is called West Virginia Home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. Proudly serving West Virginia since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community, the health plan. Here for you.
No plan? No problem. Just wing it, and we'll do the rest. Plump and juicy? You got it. Fried to perfection? Always. Sauced and tossed, or naked if you prefer. It's always your choice at Geno's. Whether it's a 6 or 10 piece of our famous original wings, or our tasty traditional wings, or a 10-ounce portion of our tender boneless wings, we'll leave your mouth watering for more. We promise we won't wing it, but you should. Geno's Pizza and Spaghetti House. Just wing it.
Go tuition free with the West Virginia Invests grant program. Whether you're leveling up your career or just getting started, get the skills and free tuition
those rankings
at a West Virginia Community and Technical College.
But still, I mean,
West Virginia invests in you. This is your chance. Get started at wvssac.org. It's easy.
When the opportunity arose for me to pilot our new open heart surgery program at WVU Medicine Thomas Hospitals, I welcomed the chance to bring world-class heart and vascular care to our region. Along with my role as the new cardiothoracic surgeon, our heart and vascular team includes an experienced group of cardiologists and vascular surgeons who are part of the WVU Heart and Vascular Institute. We're here, and we're bringing superior health care to Southern West Virginia and beyond. Visit thomashospitals.org to learn more.
All right, welcome back to Cabell Midland High School for the AAA Girls Championship wrapping up. Let's take a look at the top 10 individuals from this morning. We just talked to Samantha Shreve, your champion. She finishes with a time of 18:27 comparatively in that AA race that we thought was going to be really, really good. Mason Fletcher was 18:17, and Alyssa Sorrow was 18:19. So you see that Samantha Shreve's time really competitive. That Abby Rogers finishes strong to finish second for a second straight year. Savannah Pritt was third. Hannah Phillips from Jefferson was fourth. Morgan Metz was fifth. Brenna Tipton, the freshman from Wheeling Park, sixth. Zoe Zervos, Sadie Yates, Hallie Simmons, and Marae Johnson round out the top 10. Coach, what do you think about that top 10 right there?
Well, the biggest surprise that I see is Brenna Tipton, the freshman from Wheeling Park. I mean, you know, we have 4 seniors in the group. 6 of the top 10 will be All-State returning next year. Of course, Shreve will be off the board, which I'm sure the rest of them are happy about. But, you know, really impressed with Brenna Tipton there as a freshman to come up. She was kind of predicted to be in the mix, but, you know, hats off to Abigail Rogers because University, you know, her winning that top spot for University since Buchanan Upshur didn't qualify as a team really bodes well for them in winning the state championship.
Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the team scores right now. And there you see at University breaking through that streak of runner-up finishes, dethroning crosstown rival Morgantown. Cabell Midland really gave it a go, finishes with 74 points. Morgantown High with a terrific effort as well, finishing with 83. Preston is in that 4th spot, and you see we talked about how difficult Region 1 is. That is 3 of those 4 teams coming from Region 1.
Wow.
Parkersburg is next, Washington, Jefferson, Hurricane, Greenbrier East, Musselman, Woodrow Wilson, and St. Albans. So you see University, and again, it's worth mentioning that the Hawks' #1 runner or #2 runner goes back and forth with Abby Rogers. Adeline Taggart is not available, so University really able to do it, utilizing that depth to come away with the championship.
Yeah, without even one of their top runners, but, you know, good hats off to Cabell Midland. Home course did a good job of kind of fending off Morgantown there for that runner-up position. University running strategically, having some runners like Claire Von Boddicker, excuse me. Yeah, she, you know, coming in there at 17th and probably not as good as what she wanted to finish, but, you know, every place that you finish is going to help your team win the championship.
Yeah, Rosalia Biundo was 14th. She's just a freshman. Caroline Ballard was right behind Von Boddicker in 18th place, and Izzy West was 23rd for University to round out the Hawks. So we're gonna step away for just a few moments right now, and we will come back in just a few moments, and we will preview the boys championship race set to start at 12:45. So we're gonna step away for just a moment. We'll be back with the AAA boys race.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in West Virginia, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
No matter what it is you need, you'll find it at your local Par-Mar store. From gas to grocery, snacks, and everything else you always seem to run out of, Par-Mar stores has it. Need more savings? Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. You won't only see our stores in your neighborhoods, you'll see us in your neighborhoods too. We are proud to be in your town and proud to be a part of the community. Come see us at Par-Mar stores, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
I was so excited when I heard this sandwich was back. I was like, cloud nine. 2 words, cloud nine. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich
is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken, and it's got pickled jalapenos, and it's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet. But either way,
you're getting a winner.
Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Farmers and Mechanics Insurance knows West Virginia, and we understand how much all of our high school teams and athletes mean to the communities that we have served for more than 100 years. That's why we're proud of our partnership with the West Virginia SSAC. Their commitment to teach and promote sportsmanship and citizenship is the key to future success. Protecting what matters most to you. Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, a proud partner of the West Virginia SSAC.
The best thing about West Virginia is West Virginia.
It's family, faith, and integrity.
It's a strong work ethic.
Everyone knows their neighbors. I think we feel closer to nature and we feel closer to each other.
You can achieve anything here.
To be a West Virginian is to be hopeful. We live in a state that has boundless opportunities, and with boundless opportunities come hope.
Hope Gas is lighting the way forward for West Virginia. Learn more at wvsforhope.com.
Wouldn't it be nice to start your day with a homemade breakfast and a freshly ground whole bean roasted cup of coffee? Well, at Tudor's Biscuit World, every day starts with freshly cracked eggs, sizzling bacon and sausage, and you can't forget the mouth-watering made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits hot from the oven. Whether it's our famous sausage gravy or your favorite breakfast sandwich, morning always tastes better at Tudor's. Looks great, tastes better. Tudor's Biscuit World.
All right, welcome back. We are just moments away from the boys' AAA championship. And to get you ready, let's take a look at the runwv.com top 10 ranked runners. No surprise, it's been this way for quite a while. Ty Stewart's is the top ranked runner in the state and actually the top ranked runner in the country, according to a couple of outlets. So again, the level of cross country in this state is off the charts, and it's led by Ty Stewart's. Coach, what are some other thoughts about the top 10 ranked runners coming into this one?
Well, top 3 of them are seniors, you know. So and then you do have a I think a dark horse there in Micah Gaynor from University. He's a freshman, so this is brand new to him. He hasn't been here before. I'm sure he's ran the course when they did the Midland night course, but that's not the same running in the daytime. But what I think we want to look at is Tyler Swartz going to go for the course record?
Well, I think the short answer is yes. You know, there's been a lot out there for Ty Stewart's to accomplish, and he has every turn done it, and that's got to be on his radar. Of course, you want to walk away with the championship. That is job number one, but that 14:58 set by Jacob Burcham over a decade ago has withstood some really talented runners. But Ty Stewart's is going to give it a go today. You could not ask for better conditions here, temperature-wise, footing-wise. A couple of years that he's been on this course, it's been wet in some spots, but this is setting up to be the day if he is able to put all of the pieces together.
They are on the line, and we have a grand total of 128 boys lined up with bibs on.
So, again, this is the largest boys race that we're going to see here today. How important is that start?
Well, you know how they all kind of funnel in, but what you don't want to be is one of those guys that gets trapped in that first semi-curve that you see there. Not really much there. They kind of cluster together. They just want to get out and get away from a lot of the traffic and don't get cut in that sharp turn going around that first fence around the baseball field.
Hey, take a look at the course map. We've broken this course down into sections, so to speak. That first section is you're just trying to make your way through and find your spot, maybe find a jersey, whether it's a teammate or somebody from another team to get out with. You do have to navigate the hill on this course in that first mile.
You know, you would think, of course, Ty Stewart's has the target on his back, but as he starts drifting away from the rest of that pack, that's going to be impressive.
Yeah, so a couple of runners that look to be tracking Ty Stewart's today is Tyler Umbright from University High School and Aiden Neeland from Cabell Midland. And you see that gap opening a little bit, and those two going step for step. If you think about what, if things maybe stick to form, that race for second and third behind Stewart's will be really competitive, one would think. Neeland has actually gone against Ty Stewart's multiple times, and this is the first time this season that Tyler Umbright will get a look at Ty Stewart's. And we're going to see the rosters for each team, and again, it's the top 7 do run and score in this one, but teams are allowed to have 10 on their roster, so that's why you see some names, some teams having more there. But you get a look at all of the teams that are qualified here for this championship.
And we alluded to this earlier. We didn't get a chance to talk about how the team might pan out, but University, is the one that has a prediction to win, and then Morgantown and Cabell Midland, those are probably the top 3, with a little bit of a distance between them and Parkersburg being in 4th. But University is probably the team to be gunning for the state championship in this AAA boys race.
Yeah, 5 straight championships on the team side for University High. Again, you have individuals who are on this team who have never lost a state title. That's just remarkable what Coach Frohnapple has done for the Hawks there in building that program, looking for a 6th. And again, looking at that top 10 runner rankings this year, you had several University runners in that top 10. And there you take a look at Jefferson. That's a program in that Panhandle that's done really, really well as of late under Coach Dugan. Competitive 4x8 team last year on the track, so you know that translates here. Most of those guys are also cross-country runners, and you just see Morgantown High also in the mix. Has been runner-up the last couple of years, led by Joaquin Summers, just a sophomore.
We see him coming in at about 3:46.
That's not quite the mile mark.
That's not
yet,
the mile mark.
No, that would be.
That'd be a world.
That'd be a record.
Yeah, it'd be a record. We're not the mile mark yet.
That is Aiden Neeland and Tyler Umbright in that 2nd and 3rd spot, and that's Ethan Conroy and Micah Gaynor running together. They've gone together for most of the year, side by side, so that looks to continue. See a couple of Morgantown jerseys. Colin Schrull from University in there. That would be 5, I believe. See, good look at the race behind the race, and it is looking a lot like University and Cabell Midland battling out here for the team title. And really the question right now is that 14:58 for Ty Stewart's up front.
Yeah, I mean, looking at him, Stewart's, he's kind of hard to predict in terms of, because he runs so effortlessly. You think, well, he's not really running that hard, but he really is.
Oh, yeah.
What a task if he could break that 15-minute mark. You said earlier that's Jacob Burcham did that in 2012. That's 12 years ago.
Yeah, it looks like Stewart's went through that first mile mark just about 4:59, so just under 5 minutes for that first mile, and you see him accelerating here. And I think after watching Ty Stewart's for a few years, I think this part of the course is really where he excels on these turns and accelerating through those turns to create even more space. And you look at him, a huge gap now opening up. And such an accomplished runner, Ty Stewart's the number 1 ranked runner in the country. Recently this week, it was a big week for him. He recommitted to Tennessee. Last year he had committed to Tennessee, and then there was a coaching change, so he reopened his recruitment, had visits with any program worth a salt wanted Ty Stewart's to come and run for them, and ultimately landed on where he's always wanted to be, it seems, Tennessee. And just a huge lead here. But look at that pack.
You got a pack of about 6 guys there vying for all state honors. But Stewart, I think he hit that mile mark. He's a little bit. He's not on pace right now. In terms of time, he's a little bit over. And I think he saw that mile marker time, and he's like,
yeah,
oh, I got to go.
Yeah.
If I want to do this, I got to go. And you can see right here, he got in that little swell. He's going to come around this curve, and here he goes down this swell here. He's really moving.
Yeah, great look at Ty Stewart there. You're right. That's a great point. Noticing that mile marker and then really trying to turn it on. There are no foregone conclusions when you come to the cross-country championship, but Ty Stewart has won 2 championships. He's had that crown, and now, that one thing that that he is gunning after is that course record. It's the race within the race. Although, Coach, how difficult is it to go and try and do that on your own, something that he's had to do over the last couple of years? How difficult is it to try and push yourself?
Well, what he's got in his mind, what Ty has in his mind, what I believe, and I'm sure his coach has told him this, you'll know when you step on that track and you see that clock, this is how many meters I got left, and do I have a chance? And you're going to find out whether he does or doesn't, because if he's close and he knows he's got the right time frame that he hits that track, that he can bust it the last 300 meters, and then he's going to go after it. Otherwise, what would it matter? If he's not going to break the course record, which I'm sure that's what he's shooting for, he's got such a gap between him and second, he might just gear it down a little bit and just kind of enjoy the moment, as we say.
Well, that would be that's a position in which I am not familiar, enjoying that kind of moment.
Yeah.
And I think we really need to take a moment and just recognize, again, how terrific this state has been at producing athletes at such a high level. And just like we had talked about, on the girls' side, national caliber levels. And again, you're getting one last look here today at one of the best in the state to ever do it in Ty Stewart's.
Yeah, not only in the state but in the country. And you say, I don't know that West Virginia is noted as a running state per se.
It should be.
But we should be moving up the ranks more rapidly than anybody else that I know, because, we're seeing year in and year out great strides of improvement in times and talents in these kids, and it's just remarkable. And I think it's a testimony not only to the coaches, but also to the kids and to the parents that dedicate their time and their efforts for their kids to do well.
And we've seen a lot of athletes go on to that next level. Watching some of the Division I championships the other day, just littered with West Virginia natives across the board. And last week at the Mountain East Conference Championships, more West Virginia natives having an impact there at the Division II level. So that's just another mark of how good the state has been, is the number of athletes able to produce and go on to that next level.
And the hard part of this, for Ty, Adam, is, of course, he's out there on his own, and he knew he would be out there on his own. He's not at a national footlocker race,
right,
where he's against kind of equal talent. He knows that he's top tier here today. So this whole race for him really is mental. There isn't anything in jeopardy on the course. There isn't anything like that.
It's Aiden Nealon coming in second place.
Good rhythm there for Aiden. He's got about a 10-meter lead on Tyler Umbright from University. That's going to play out in terms of the team championship well.
That is Micah Gaynor there, and that is going to be Connor Myers from Jefferson. And also Dylan Dial is in the mix as well there. Some more University runners in that 10 spot. That's Josh Gill, and number 9 is Logan Conroy, and 8 is Trace Marshall, the brother of Braden Marshall. We talked about his success.
And number 70, Andrew Carlton.
Yep, from
Morgantown. That's he's up there.
And you see another Jefferson runner, and that's Colin Schrull, 107 from University. He would be the 5th right now. And 11 is William Northey from Bridgeport, individual qualifier. That was Joey Nolte from Buchanan. 91 is Gatlin McLean. And 104 is William DeVault for University, number 6 runner, and Gavin Wharton, number 7th runner for University High, right there.
I still say that wild card's Micah Gaynor, that little freshman that, hasn't run at a state meet before, so he doesn't know what this is all about. But, he's putting on a pretty strong effort right now so far.
Yeah, running right with Ethan Conroy, who has been in the top 10 in the state in each of his first 2 seasons. So the junior and Micah Gaynor running as a combo up top. Again, trailing teammate Tyler Umbright, Aiden Nealon, and there you have Ty Stewart's now down towards this flat part. Weren't able to quite get the 2-mile split, but he's at 11:31. You see on the screen there.
Well, he's well past the 2-mile mark. We know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he looks like he's gaining. To me, it looks like he's gaining speed as he's heading across the road there.
Yeah, really added that speed part to his already amazing repertoire last year, and able to just finish strong, get that turnover going on his way to a 3rd straight championship. Was 2nd as a freshman, and now looking to take his 3rd, and he's all by himself, and it's just a matter of pushing to that line to close it out.
Yeah, the thing that you can look at, really smart runners, Adam, you notice how they'll cut the curves.
Mm-hmm.
They take us, and you don't think that really makes a difference, but that can make a difference in your time, especially for him. You'll see how tight he took that turn.
Yep.
That's a 90, and he's taking that pretty tight because he's trying to cut off as much distance as he can. Smart runners will always take the inside when they can because they know that's less real estate that they'll have to deal with.
Yeah, and Ty Stewart's has been on this course a lot over his career, in addition to the state championship appearances, regular season appearances here, and then also the conference championship and at times regional meet held as well. At the 13 minutes mark, and again, we're keeping an eye on that course record. That is, I'm sure, the goal in addition to that individual state championship. But from a team perspective, though, it does look like University has put itself in a solid position. Didn't see anything real unusual. The Hawks heavily favored coming into this one to win a 6th straight state championship, unprecedented at the AAA boys level.
Yeah, you mentioned you got classmates of guys that's never lost.
Right.
Been through their whole graduating class from 9 to 12 and never lost a state championship, and they don't want to be the first group to break that string for sure.
It's a culture there, and again, we talked about it before. There are pockets there where it's just kind of ingrained. You go and you train in the off season, and you're just expected to keep that high standard that has been set. And you include Morgantown boys, who had a terrific run and have competed really well as well, in addition to the Morgantown girls and the University girls. So you see some pockets here, and other pockets, other places in the state are really trying to chase that. But right now, it's all about Ty Stewart's. A little bit of a stumble there, making that turn. Going to hop onto the track with about 14:30 left.
He's got 30 seconds to get in under 15 minutes. Let's cheer him on as he makes his way around the track.
Kind of good rhythm there, good stride. He's kind of really gliding. I mean, we don't say gliding, he's actually moving pretty quickly.
Yeah. He takes a look at the finish line.
He says, "Can I get to 58?" He knows he's not there, but I'm sure he's going to be celebrating.
And here comes Aiden Nealon from Cabell Midland High School. Let's give it up for Ty Stewart.
And there he is. It's another title for Ty. Ty Stewart, your AAA boys champion. Aiden Nealon now making his way to the finish, finishing strong.
And here's Aiden Nealon from Cabell Midland.
Aiden Nealon from Cabell Midland. He is just really churning down that home stretch.
A terrific race from Aiden Nealon. I tell you what, it's a tough time to compete in AAA at the same era as Ty Stewart. And here comes Tyler Umbright from University, the first runner from University.
And here's Tyler Umbright from University.
Connor Myers making the turn behind him for a 4th place finish. And then here comes Ethan Conroy, Micah Gaynor, and Jones from
Micah Gaynor. Landon Jones.
And then Dylan Dial with 100 meters left. Parkersburg, Connor George. What a
Jefferson.
Jefferson doing well.
Andrew Carlton of Morgantown.
That is Shane Burke.
Josh Gill, Parkersburg South. Trace Marshall and Logan Conroy.
And Trace Marshall making his way. Logan Conroy, he will be the 5th runner for University.
Brendan Moore.
I'm sorry, the 4th runner for University.
And Finley Lorimer. Rylan Moore.
To the line now.
William Horthy of Bridgeport.
The question is for University, where will
Colson Ellswick. Micah Hale of Capital. Isaiah Griffin of Spring Mills. Silas Yates of Musselman.
William DeVault makes his way to the line at 6. I'm way back there. It's just going to be
Vance Lindley and Kyle Peters of Woodrow Wilson.
for that place to the line.
Right finish. You always have your sprinters that come at the very last 60, 70 meters, try to close whatever gaps they can.
Gavin Baldwin and Reagan Harden of Hedgesville. Andrew Butcher of Hedgesville. Ethan France.
People might ask Adam, why these guys have so much energy to sprint
Justin
that last
Jordan.
80 or 90 meters. Well, they haven't ran that 5,000 meters already, so, they're just eager to get to that finish
Grayson
line.
Adams.
The formula right
Rogan
now,
Minks.
the entire race is you're trying to measure how much you have left and how much you
Alex
have to
Sanders
get
of Hurricane.
to that finish line.
Absolutely.
That's a tough balancing act.
Donald
You don't want to
DeJora.
be out of balance. You don't want to finish strong because you didn't give it all you had on that first mile too. So you have to
James Stacy.
to get
And Zach Hodges.
We were watching Ty Stewart's.
Caleb Wilson of Spring Mills.
I'm sure he's pleased with it.
Toby Warfield.
I think that body
And Tyler Triggers of
even him
Spring
going across
Mills.
the finish line. I didn't get the course record, and I know it's something that I was probably shooting for.
Aiden
I'm sure we'll
Boyer.
get a chance to ask him that when we have our interview.
Yeah, absolutely.
Max Spencer.
But a 3-time state champ in cross country and a runner-up finish as a freshman isn't too shabby.
Bryce Kukas.
Not many can
Max
say
Porter of George Washington.
Certainly, have we ever had a 4-time?
Not
Not on the boys'
side.
side. We have had on the girls' side, but not on the boys.
Right before
Yeah.
Ty Stewart's run was Josh Edwards, who had 3 straight
Three in a row.
individual championships as well, and obviously Jacob Burcham in
That's cool. Rob Gillespie of George Washington.
Rarefied air when it comes to 3 state championships. And again, that runner-up finish as a freshman.
Dylan Turner of Spring Mills.
Exactly.
That's
right.
That's a tough.
It's a tough task to pull off.
That's right. We said it's a tough time to be in the AAA era of
absolutely.
straight from Josh Edwards, national caliber runner, right to Ty Stewart's and a handful of other really talented athletes of the nation going on to compete and run at the next level.
Yeah, if you have those aspirations to be a state champion, pick the wrong decade to run with that type of talent in AAA boys.
Well, and we were taking a look at that top 10 list.
Yeah, he's going to pay. He said, I ain't coming in last. He's going to pass somebody.
So many of them are within the last few years just because the whole sport has,
I was about to say at
has
the
gotten
end,
so
he
much
does.
better last breath of the last handful of years. And
He's getting it.
at a very, very high level.
He's getting it.
All right, as things wind down, we are going to step away here for just a few moments. We're going to try and grab Ty Stewart, see if we can slow him down a little bit and talk to him for a few minutes. But we are going to step away right now for a moment. We'll be back. You are watching the 2024 Wvssac AAA.
I think that one boy
cross-country
did it under 15. They was average 7.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in West Virginia because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
No matter what it is you need, you'll find it at your local Par-Mar store. From gas to groceries, snacks, and everything else you always seem to run out of, Par-Mar stores has it. Need more savings? Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. You won't only see our stores in your neighborhoods, you'll see us in your neighborhoods too. We are proud to be in your town and proud to be a part of the community. Come see us at Par-Mar stores, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
I was so excited when I heard this sandwich was back. I was like, cloud nine. 2 words, cloud nine. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich
Is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken, and it's got pickled jalapenos, and it's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet. But either way,
You're getting a winner.
Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Farmers and Mechanics Insurance knows West Virginia, and we understand how much all of our high school teams and athletes mean to the communities that we have served for more than 100 years. That's why we're proud of our partnership with the West Virginia SSAC. Their commitment to teach and promote sportsmanship and citizenship is the key to future success. Protecting what matters most to you. Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, a proud partner of the West Virginia SSAC.
The best thing about West Virginia is West Virginia.
It's family, faith, and integrity.
It's a strong work ethic.
Everyone knows their neighbors.
I think we feel closer to nature and we feel closer to each other.
You can achieve anything here.
To be a West Virginian is to be hopeful. We live in a state that has boundless opportunities, and with boundless opportunities come hope.
Hope Gas is lighting the way forward for West Virginia. Learn more at Wvssac.com.
Wouldn't it be nice to start your day with a homemade breakfast and a freshly ground whole bean roasted cup of coffee? Well, at Tudor's Biscuit World, every day starts with freshly cracked eggs, sizzling bacon and sausage, and you can't forget the mouth-watering made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits hot from the oven. Whether it's our famous sausage gravy or your favorite breakfast sandwich, morning always tastes better at Tudor's. Looks great, tastes better. Tudor's Biscuit World.
Welcome back to Cabell Midland High School. You see the mass of humanity after the race. So many parents and siblings congratulating their runner on a job well done. The AAA boys race has just concluded. We are going to step away here for another break just now, and we will be back with your AAA champion, Ty Stewarts.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in West Virginia because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
I was so excited when I heard this sandwich was back. I was like, cloud nine. 2 words, cloud nine. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich
Is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken, and it's got pickled jalapenos, and it's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet. But either way,
You're getting a winner.
Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Farmers and Mechanics Insurance knows West Virginia, And we understand how much all of our high school teams and athletes mean to the communities that we have served for more than 100 years. That's why we're proud of our partnership with the West Virginia SSAC. Their commitment to teach and promote sportsmanship and citizenship is the key to future success. Protecting what matters most to you. Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, a proud partner of the West Virginia SSAC.
Looking for a path to success in service? The West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Train locally, serve part-time, and build a career with endless possibilities. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
The best thing about West Virginia is West Virginia.
It's family, faith, and integrity.
It's a strong work ethic.
Everyone knows their neighbors.
I think we feel closer to nature and we feel closer to each other.
You can achieve anything here.
To be a West Virginian is to be hopeful. We live in a state that has boundless opportunities, and with boundless opportunities come hope.
Hope Gas is lighting the way forward for West Virginia. Learn more at Wvssac.com.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
For over 4 decades, the health plan is called West Virginia Home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here, and here for you.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. Today's culinary warriors have been challenged to concoct the ultimate snack masterpiece, using only the finest weapons in our arsenal, snacks and deli delights. Rosemary wields the ancient spears of Laffy Taffy, and Silas counters with the arrow of Slim Jim. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Join us next time for more delicious duels on the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. Till then, keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Ready? It doesn't matter if you're playing hard or working hard. Your workout only works out if you recover right. Recover. Chocolate milk helps you recover for what comes next. It's delicious and contains the right mix of protein and carbs to help refuel exhausted muscles.
Ready? Recover. Repeat. Chocolate milk, the official beverage of high school sports, is brought to you by the American Dairy Association Mideast.
For over 4 decades, the health plan is called West Virginia Home. It all started with a vision to serve our community with pride and integrity. We've grown alongside West Virginia, becoming part of its fabric. We've been here through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Because at the health plan, we don't just work here, we live here. Proudly serving West Virginia since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community, the health plan. Here for you.
No plan? No problem. Just wing it, and we'll do the rest. Plump and juicy? You got it. Fried to perfection? Always. Sauced and tossed, or naked if you prefer. It's always your choice at Geno's. Whether it's a 6 or 10 piece of our famous original wings, or our tasty traditional wings, or a 10-ounce portion of our tender boneless wings, we'll leave your mouth watering for more. We promise we won't wing it, but you should. Geno's Pizza and Spaghetti House. Just wing it.
Go tuition free with the West Virginia Invests grant program. Whether you're leveling up your career or just getting started, get the skills and free tuition.
Q here
at a West Virginia Community and Technical College.
My
Geno's Tutors finish line interview with Ty Stewart.
This is your chance. Get started at wvinvests.org. It's easy.
When the opportunity arose for me to pilot our new open heart surgery program at WVU Medicine Thomas Hospitals, I welcomed the chance to bring world-class heart and vascular care to our region. Along with my role as the new cardiothoracic surgeon, our heart and vascular team includes an experienced group of cardiologists and vascular surgeons who are part of the WVU Heart and Vascular Institute. We're here, and we're bringing superior health care to Southern West Virginia and beyond. Visit thomashospitals.org to learn more.
Welcome back to Cabell Midland High School. We are joined now by Ty Stewart for this Geno's Tutors finish line interview. Ty, congratulations, a third straight state championship. What was it like out there for you today?
I mean, today was another day on the course. You know, I love running the sport, I love racing. And today we had a little goal in mind, trying to go for a state meet record, and fell short today, but it was still a good day overall. So.
Yeah, how does it feel, Ty, that you one of the top, if not the top-ranked runner in the nation, running in the state of West Virginia? How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's great. I love representing West Virginia, and we don't get very many guys out here that are ranked top in the nation for things. So, I mean, being one of those guys, it's super special to me.
Well, we were just talking before we got on the air, but let's share with the viewers your thought process going through the mile mark. We talked about wanting that course record. What was your mindset trying to get that course record, and how did things go there today?
I really had to lock in for today. I knew it was going to be tough. I mean, shoot, this is a really hard course, and the time on it's pretty quick. So, I mean, this whole week I've been leading up, thinking about the splits I need to go. I mean, through mile mark, I was a little slow. Through 2 mile mark, I was a little slow. I really tried to pick it up on that second mile, but it just ended up not happening. So, I mean, and ending it up, fell a little short. But
well, we kind of noticed you coming down the home stretch, kind of the body language, even going across the finish line, but you're still wearing that number 1 bib, and just indicative of how great a runner you are.
Thanks.
So did you feel any pressure? Obviously, you've been in this situation. You're welcoming back to this press box, probably like a second home for you doing these interviews here. So did you feel any pressure, or did you feel kind of relaxed coming into today?
Honestly, there was pressure today. I had more pressure today than I did last year, because I knew I really wanted to get this record. For the past 4 years, every time I've been here, I've been I want to get that one day. So, I mean, unfortunate, but things happen.
Well, you just have to settle for a third straight state championship. So you just have to live with that.
Yeah.
A big week for you, recommitting to Tennessee. Kind of take us through that whole process. You had committed, and then the coaching change, and then you had to go through this whole thing again that you weren't really planning on trying to get it done early last year. So what was this week like trying to get that off your chest?
I mean, honestly, I feel really relieved that it's gone. Going back through the process, it's always kind of stressful, talking to coaches, trying to figure out where you really want to go for your next 4 years. But, I mean, Tennessee just feels like home to me, and I Coach Duncan now there. I mean, he's a great guy. I really love what he's going to do with the program, and I think we're going to have a bright future there.
Well, they're going to train you right, and they're going to up your mileage, and they're going to up your intensities. You're obviously going to expect great things from you. What do you expect for yourself coming in as you go as a top-ranked high school prep runner in the nation to one of the elite programs in the country? So how do you feel like you're going to fit into that program?
I think I'll fit in pretty well. I mean, the guys on the team, they're all good. I have high expectations for myself. I mean, I really want to be one of the top dogs in the NCAA one day, and even post-NCAA, I mean, I want Tennessee to set me up to even run pro possibly. So.
Well, tell us a little bit about the NSF program, the Nike Elite program that you are with, and what has that been like, and how does that affect what you're going to do here in the next couple of weeks with your postseason racing?
It's been nice. I mean, because they like pay for my travel expenses. So like soon I'll be heading down to like NXR, and that's going to be a great race and qualify me for NXN, which is one of those big national races out in Oregon, and get to race a lot of top dogs. So I mean, it's just a great experience. It's really nice what they're doing for some guys up there, and I mean, it's nice. Yeah.
And do you feel like when you go to those big national races like that, Ty, that you are one of the top dogs, and that there are people who are looking at you and actually recognizing you? How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's great. I mean, like even today, I had some people come up to me and be like, "Can we get a picture?" And I never experienced that before. So
That's
I mean,
pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, having that, and even like the bigger races, like it's just a great feeling. I love what I do.
Well, congratulations. I know that you're going to represent the state of West Virginia really well in those postseason races. You're going to have a lot of people behind you and supporting you. Congratulations on that third straight state championship.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, one more thing there, Ty. What's your celebration like when you get on the podium? We've always been asking. Is there a dance? Is there, you got something in mind, a walk-up song, something? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I really haven't even thought about that one yet. We'll probably just throw up the Vols at that.
Okay.
There you go. All right, congratulations, Ty Stewarts, once again.
Good job, buddy. Congratulations.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in West Virginia, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
No matter what it is you need, you'll find it at your local Par-Mar store. From gas to grocery, snacks, and everything else you always seem to run out of, Par-Mar stores has it. Need more savings? Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. You won't only see our stores in your neighborhoods, you'll see us in your neighborhoods too. We are proud to be in your town and proud to be a part of the community. Come see us at Par-Mar stores, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
I was so excited when I heard this sandwich was back. I was like, cloud nine. 2 words, cloud nine. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich
is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken, and it's got pickled jalapenos, and it's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet. But either way,
you're getting a winner.
Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Farmers and Mechanics Insurance knows West Virginia, and we understand how much all of our high school teams and athletes mean to the communities that we have served for more than 100 years. That's why we're proud of our partnership with the West Virginia SSAC. Their commitment to teach and promote sportsmanship and citizenship is the key to future success. Protecting what matters most to you. Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, a proud partner of the West Virginia SSAC.
The best thing about West Virginia is West Virginia.
It's family, faith, and integrity.
It's a strong work ethic.
Everyone knows their neighbors.
I think we feel closer to nature and we feel closer to each other.
You can achieve anything here.
To be a West Virginian is to be hopeful. We live in a state that has boundless opportunities, and with boundless opportunities come hope.
Hope Gas is lighting the way forward for West Virginia. Learn more at Wvssac.com.
Wouldn't it be nice to start your day with a homemade breakfast and a freshly ground whole bean roasted cup of coffee? Well, at Tudor's Biscuit World, every day starts with freshly cracked eggs, sizzling bacon and sausage, and you can't forget the mouth-watering made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits hot from the oven. Whether it's our famous sausage gravy or your favorite breakfast sandwich, morning always tastes better at Tudor's. Looks great, tastes better. Tudor's Biscuit World.
All right, welcome back to Cabell Midland High School in Ona, West Virginia. We are wrapping up the AAA results here We're going to take a first look at the individual. We just heard from Ty Stewart. He was your champion in 15:11. Aiden Nealon finishing strong in that second place spot for Cabell Midland. 15:36. Tyler Umbright leading University. 15:55. Connor Myers from Jefferson. A great performance from Connor Myers. Ethan Conroy and Micah Gaynor, those two have been together all year. Nothing changed here today. 5th and 6th. Landon Jones, a great race from him. From Fairmont Senior. Again, Fairmont Senior moving up a class to AAA this year. Dylan Dial from Cabell Midland is another runner in the top 10. Connor George from Parkersburg, a great performance from him. And Shane Burkhart from Jefferson sliding into that 10 spot. Coach, what do you think about that top 10?
Yeah, well, like I said earlier, I think that Micah Gaynor was the dark horse there, the freshman coming in. You know, he finished right behind his teammate, half a second behind. But, you know, Burkhart finishing top 10, which they didn't really have him in there, was able to help Jefferson vault themselves. And you're going to see here in a little bit in that graphic about how well his performance bode in them in the team championships.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and bring up those team scores. There it is, University, a 6th straight state title for the Hawks and Coach Ed Fronapple doing it once again with 41 points, an impressive performance. Jefferson, though, how about Jefferson in that second spot out in that Eastern Panhandle? Coach Brad Dugan doing such a great job with that group, just getting past Cabell Midland with 88 points. Morgantown with 104, Parkersburg 124. Coach George Angelos bringing that program to prominence. Wheeling Park 6th with 132, Hurricane 7th, Spring Mills, George Washington, Woodrow Wilson, Hedgesville, and Greenbrier East. So as we take a look at these individual the team results, we look at Jefferson with a little bit of an upset, you might say. Connor Myers, Shane Burkhart, and then Travis Jenkins, Augustin Hall in 28th.
Yeah, Jefferson really came to run today, and it was evident by how they were able to squeak ahead of Cabell Midland. Just a mere 5-point differential between second and third. So how close that really was. And some of those races, as we saw there, but, you know, a great hats off to Ty Stewarts for his effort, but then also Jefferson really probably the story of this AAA boys.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that's going to go ahead and do it for us for this AAA race. We have single A girls and boys coming your way in just a moment. You are watching the 2024 Wvssac Cross Country Championships. We will be with you for those races here in just a bit.